Now, today I'm going to talk about something very interesting. Now, my title for today's presentation is what? The Science and Technology of Photobiomodulation? No, it's what? The Science and Technology of IM Laser. It means what? It's more than photobiomodulation. So, in respect of that, I want you all to know that our IM laser, which I'm wearing now, is actually what? Not just photobiomodulation. There are many things more. There are actually 4 therapies coming in one unit. So I'm going to elaborate on this. Now, of course, this product has been with us for more than 9 years already, and I know that a lot of people has owned it, and then some are the new prospect that you may want to see now. But I want to share my opinion on all this product. Okay. Now, to me, this product is actually, for me, in my personal opinion, is a life-saving device. Why I call it life-saving? Because you understand, it's a very powerful, very powerful. Later I'm going to go into the science of it. The very powerful, what happened? Promoting self-restoration and self-healing. Now these 2 words it may sound so simple, but you really, if you understand they call it the bioactivity, the biochemistry in this product, I tell you, you will be very amazed. It's a mind-blowing fact. In fact, I hope that I can enough time to explain more. Okay, now to certain people, they may think that this product, like just now, I think, who was it? Joseph was telling me, he felt so proud wearing this IM laser. In fact, for me, I feel like I'm wearing a Rolex. Yeah, you know why? Now I don't wear watches anymore. I wear this because I know that inside me, because when I read about it and I do research, I tell you what is here, what this product can do to my life is so much more. So why should I wear a Rolex? Well, it's more than Rolex. Rolex only what? For time and show off only, right? I can show off and I have time also. Okay? So anyway, the reason is that I want you all to realize that according to the definition, to my positioning, we need to position ourselves that our product is a premium product. Premium in sense, why? Because it appeals to our customer because of the benefit, the unique feature, plus also the status. When I talk about status, do you know what kind of status this product has? We won awards, do you remember? We have what? Silver medalist in the what do you call it? Was it Swiss or something like that exhibition? I can't remember. Yeah, there's something that awarded. On top of that, you know what happened? The one who designed this device, Dr. Chang Ping, he's actually a very outstanding person now. Not only that he's an expert in cardiovascular, blah, but he received many awards, especially in China, for his contribution towards the health, especially the public health. You can read about her, what do you call that, her biography from the internet, okay? Anyway, before I start also, I want to introduce 2 books, because most of my research, all my information that I actually compile is based on these 2 books. The first book is called Laser Phototherapy, which is written by Holtz and Turner. This book has 947 pages. It's all about the photobiomodulation, how it can help, and they even mention 80 types of diseases that this particular photobiomodulation can help. Another book that I want to introduce, of course, this one is, of course, you can buy this one, but now it's no more available. The book that this is called photocopy form. You can get it from our office or for today, especially for you all. I've downloaded one for you all. So if you want, you come and pick it up. You know how much is it? If you talk about original, one copy now, the price the latest edition is 300 US. Yeah, 300 US. But today, because your participation, you are so special to me. Free of charge. Okay, you better come and see us, and it's in color. Color, okay? However, thank you. However, there's another book written by our inventor, Dr. Chang Ping. He talks about what? 激光医学是吧？激光医 my Mandarin no good 激光医学 she personally wrote a few books, and this one of the books he referenced to many of his research regarding our ion laser. Especially got one page, if I'm not mistaken, I even can know the page, page 60. I think 160, page 60, sorry. Page 60 where he actually selected a few, not selected, took a few of the analytics and then did a test, from 1 day to 7 days to, they did a kind of a 1 month test, 7 days to 30 days, they go and check every one of them one by one. They check after using the photobiomodulation. There's what? There is a decrease in the cholesterol. So things like that. So if you got time, you can actually go and read about it. Now I'm telling you this because why I want you all to be very, very common, because this is my purpose. I want you all to remember whatever I'm going to say, whatever I'm going to tell you, whatever I'm going to share with you, they are not simply I go and hear somebody, okay, I tell you. No, it's all in the books. Research paper, even internet, you can actually find it. So today, that's why I purposely put in the science of what? Science and technology of this ion laser. It's all backed up by all the scientific. Okay, are we ready? Yes. Now, because of the uniqueness, because I want to talk about this a little bit, about this market. Our target market, actually this product is a Rolex, So not everybody can afford, but everybody needs it. Everybody wants a Rolex. So our market is actually a blue ocean market. You know what's blue ocean, where you talk about the strategy, where we are focusing a different segment. It's a different market where there's no competitor. Right? Jessie mentioned, is there any competitor? No, because we are the one and the only one in the world that comes with 4 therapy. And on top of that, there are a lot of copiers. That is why later on, I will tell you about a story how I met the Yang Zhong, who is actually the one who head our R&D and the manufacturing facility. And the first thing that I said, can you tell me what is behind this ion laser? You know what he said to me? Remember, we are the developer and designer of ion laser. What does it mean? We are not followers. You understand me? So we are the one who actually started this. Even we get a prize for that. So this is a very important information that I want to pass to you. Okay? Can So far, can you understand my English? Yes. Chum is a Southern English, like Southern Hokkien. Okay, now let us go to the proper. Now, before of course, in order to understand this photobiomodulation, there are few people that I need to kind of so-called pay respect to. They are very important because they are the one who actually help the development of this ion laser. Basically, of course, these two guys are Isaac. Before this, let me just tell you, for light therapy and light photobiomodulation, there were 2 Nobel Prize given. 2 Nobel Prize. You know what's Nobel Prize? You know what is Nobel Prize? The Nobel Prize is a prize that's given for their outstanding contribution and also their discovery that becomes the basis of certain whatever research or invention they make. One of them was by Dr. Reinbert Finson. He got it in 1909. Actually, he used the light for what? To help, to cure, to take away the disease called lupus disease. You heard of lupus? Lupus is an they call it the autoimmune system. Hello? Okay, Now, the second person who actually won the Nobel Prize was actually Albert Einstein. He talks about the photobiomodulation. Now, of course, the first person who actually talks more about the light is actually Isaac Newton, because he was the one who said that light travel not straight line, it comes in wave. Okay? Now, you all must understand, when I tell you in wave means that I want you all to have this impression, because later on in my discussion, then you see the wavelength, we're talking about what's our wavelength? 650, then you start to understand the relationship, okay? Now, the second person who actually is 1903, of course, this Vincent, he actually used the light to kind of treat some diseases. And the third very important person who talks about this light is Albert Einstein. What he did, he actually found out that actually light not only travel in wave, but also made up of particles. Small little particles. We call it particles, but actually in scientifically we call it what? Photons. Photons. Now, of course, then come come to the main so-called main person that contribute to the low-level laser, or we call it the photobiomodulation. Who is that? Andre Master, who's actually, we call him the father of LLLT, or we call it low-level laser therapy. Now we call it what? Photobiomodulation. Sometimes we also call it what? Laser therapy. Okay? He is the father, that means he is the one. Now what is the difference between this person and this person? He received light. He is talking about normal red light. This guy is talking about what? Laser light. Can you understand the differentiation? One is normal red light, one is laser. So the laser is more modern, that means they are more latest. Okay? Okay, then we have the third group of person, which number 5 group of person, which is the holders and the what they call a tuner. They are the one who wrote this book. They are true scientists, and then they wrote so much about it. If you read this book, I guarantee you your sales will increase by 100%, because the mention of this photobiomodulation, phototherapy, and all the scientific things that relate to this light is actually all properly been explained, but of course very difficult to understand because the words that they use, that kind of thing. But never mind, you got chance, get one book. Oh sorry, don't get one book. Get from me, give me your phone number, then I will send you for free. Okay, and then we talk about photobiomodulation, but what is it related to us? Because it is through this information, photobiomodulation, Dr. Samping came out with an idea of developing this IM laser, which comprising of what? That's why we call what? Integrative medicine. Remember the word IM? Why integrative? Because these are actually on the western part of the technology that uses the photomedicine. What he promoted is that he wanted to say, hey, why not I do something more? Why don't I do it like a combination of the Chinese kind of treatment? No? And what he did was, she put in the acupuncture. Agree? Of course, the last person who also part of the development team is, I told you, Yang Zhong. Yang Zhong is a person we know him, and then he's a very, very knowledgeable person. For your information, he's a scientist because before he joined this company, because they started this company, he was involved in many other not many companies. Yeah, he involved in some company, I think Shenzhen Medical Supply, something equipment supply, where he was the head of the R&D. They do a lot of research on R&D on medical equipment. So he's quite expert. That is why at one time also, before he joined this company, he was actually working with they call it the People Liberation Army, PLA, under the submarine part where they specializing in your submarine, you need a lot of energy. So he was in charge in the development of energy transfer section. Okay, so he's a very knowledgeable person. Okay, so I have finished with all the person, the legend, and all the personnel of this experiment and all this type. Now, like I said before, normally before I begin, I always want to tell people that in order for us to say that this product is good, there are 5 important criteria we look at it. Okay, what are the criteria? The first criteria, you must have some scientific explanation. Okay, you must have reference book, you must have even have professional academic paper, right? Okay, so first of all, whatever you are talking about, especially technology product, you must be supported by scientific information, experience, or even some theory behind this. Now, I'm going to talk to you about all this today. Of course, the second part, experiment, clinical trial, certificate testing, all these are actually you can get it later on. But more importantly, today my focus, I want to talk about the science, so that you all have a very clear understanding, because it is science that makes us believe that this product can do something, right? Because it is science that can help us to explain to people how our product can work, correct? That's why you all must understand the science behind this. Okay, now, one of the very interesting, see, this is the first edition. There's another edition that came out, I think many years ago. So now, no more stock, they're all sold out. So this second edition, behind the page, it was written this message: laser phototherapy, the future of medicine. Wow, how true it is. But there's one thing that I took notice of it, and I was quite amazed. This part here says, As with all kinds of scientific work, new discovery generate new question. You want to know more, right? But you see, in spite of the great step ahead in scientific understanding the medical effect of light, okay, here, we still do not know all the optimum parameters. What do you mean by that? You mean what we know, it's just so little, no? There are so many things that we still can learn, you know. That means the power of light is so powerful, there are so many things behind this. That is why when a person says, "Ayo, this light can do man, can help man," I tell you, the person is so ignorant. The power of light is very, very powerful. Because if I tell you more about it, when I explain to you, you will be amazed. You will feel, oh, wow, really. So this is what I'm going to do today, okay? Can you understand so far? Can you follow me? Okay, now, okay. For me, one of my very personal experience is that I had the opportunity to meet this is the lady that called Chang Ping. That's me, quite handsome at the time because I was still young. Okay. Now that's her. We went there, we visited her in 2016. She's already retired, 2016, and after her presentation, I actually gave her a slang computer, very common now. We go to overseas, we give them. I gave her. Now she's very well known. Please remember this. You can always Google. Not Google, sorry. Chinese one is called what? Baidu her, and then you can see a lot of information. She has all the information. She is well known for cardiovascular treatment. She's very, very popular. Anyway, when I was there to attend her training, I'm not Chinese educated, so her Mandarin can be quite deep, but I was able to absorb these three. I still remember, and I always tell these three stories about what I learned from her. The first thing that I learned from her, and I remember very well, you know what she did when she started her presentation? She took it out. She took out our M laser. Of course, not this model, the older model. She took it out, and then he lifted it out and said, "Okay, I want to tell you something. I'm very proud to tell you our efficacy of this device is up to 80%. 80%是80%，80%80什么？80%。哇 ！Then everybody quiet Then she put it down Then she smiled. 我知道 I think I know you guys will be asking why not 100%, why 80%? Correct? 100% why so great about 80%? Then she said, okay, good, 100%. Okay, can you please bring any product, including drugs? Is 100% guarantee can cure person one? Can you find? Can you all find any? You can't. Some may 70, 60, 70. You see, when I say 80% efficacy, she's already said, I'm already crossing a line to tell you how effective this particular device, because she knows, because she is the one who designed this, she knows what can this product do, especially through all her studies and everything. You understand me? Including her what? So that itself will confirm, wow. Then I begin to understand. Then she go on to explain. She says, when she says 80%, what does it mean? It doesn't mean that the product is not 100%. No. It says some people will get 100%. What happened? Bonus, correct. But some people will not get 100% because the human beings are actually quite complicated, in the sense quite complex. They have different kind of body condition. That is why Then I began to, like you all last time when we was first introduced many years ago, I also don't know what IM is. I'm still learning. By the way, I'm not a science forte kind of person. I'm actually a management science, but not in this kind of scientific things. But I learned because over the year I read. Now I want to understand. Then I begin to understand the bell curve. You heard about this bell curve statistics when you're studying. You know what this? I don't know whether you come across this bell curve. Very normal when you want to explain something. Now, basically, in this normal bell curve, they call the bell curve theory, whereby there will be people around this range, and this range has certain different what do you call that reaction one, around 10 to 15%. Okay, we make it 10 to 15%. Now, what do I mean by that? I give you an example. Can I know? Any one of you here are allergic to seafood? Can you raise your hand? allergy to seafood? No. Okay. Can I know any one of you who drink a little bit of wine and become red color? Who? I personally, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the rest of drink also, no color one, right? Correct? Why? Because of different enzyme in the body. Similarly, I tell you, you'll be very impressed. Do you know some people also very what? They are very allergic to what? Pineapple. You know pineapple? Pineapple, no. You know who? John, no? John, take one piece of small pineapple, you can see all bengkak here, bengkak. Just silly. But is he said, can we say that he's not human? No, he's under this very sensitive this range of. Most of us, we are under this category. Very common or so-called everything that happen. That's why when you ask me question like, hey, how come the people no reaction? Because I believe this guy actually under this condition. That means the further side, the further end of this bell curve. That means some people, I tell you, when you wear an iron laser, they put 2 bars so they will feel very good. I don't know if you've experienced. Some of them put 4 bars. So, what you know. Now the reason because of the body reaction towards our iron laser. So I want you to understand that. So by using that explanation, that's why the theory of 80% efficacy, is it quite close? Correct? That's why she said, I still remember, she said, 你可以跟人家讲，这个是我们的那个我们的功能是吗？ He said that no. And I tell, until now I still remember, at that time of course I was still like your cha-cha, because it was the first time exposure to this kind of technology. Okay? Now, I hope through this explanation you know some of the people who use our iron laser, they have this kind of reaction. Some of them very insensitive, but don't worry. Now, how do we handle this kind of people? What? We cut down the bar, maybe we reduce the intensity, we reduce the what else? Time, correct. What else? The number of times, not only time, the number of times. But those people who are this one, rasa taram, what we do? We increase the intensity, increase the time, or we increase the number of times. Understand what I'm talking about? So this is the guideline that we have to know. I tell you my story. I always like to use the what you call the shock therapy. You know shock therapy? I see one time, one of my friend, very good friend of mine, we were on the way to somewhere in a plane, you know. So I was resting, I enjoyed doing that, resting. And then he told me, hey, you can do like that, of course. Wow, I said, hey, Chetan, I use it 2 months, I don't feel anything. I said, okay, never mind. I said, how many times you do? 1 pai, 3 pai, 4 pai 1 day. You know what they did? I said, okay, never mind, brother. You do this time will be different. I want you to do 6 times in that day. I mean, now and on all. Okay, no? So after that, she used it, we checked in the hotel. The next morning, we wake up, he saw me. Oh, I know your product like that. I said, what happened? He couldn't sleep until 5 o'clock. He was until 5 o'clock. And then when I met him for breakfast, his eye was still very fresh, like he just woke up and then very energetic. I said, I don't feel tired. See? Then I said, okay. Now, do you agree that my device can help you to build up the energy? Yes. Don't do every day 6 times. After you cannot sleep all the way. Don't do. So I said, you go down to 3 to 4 times. Even though they are not effect, you don't feel the effect. But don't forget, silently behind it, they are working on it one. I'm going to explain to you what are the things that are going to happen. Okay? Can I understand this? This is a very important point because a lot of people say, hey, cannot. I tell you, if this device cannot work, these people are all liars. This person also a liar. You know what is liar? Yes. The 5 people also on the board all because you come about liar, all can help, can do this, can do that. Because you cannot work. It doesn't, because everything is all proven in books. A lot of theory and there is science behind this. So do you feel confident about this product? Yeah. Now I want to tell you more. I tell you, when you know about all this information, you feel that our product is important. Okay, now we go about this. Okay, this is Yang Feng. This is another student. This actually, when the company started, it was her plus her husband who actually manufactured. Later on, later part of the company, because those days at one time, if you remember, I think it was 20 earlier, 2015, 16, 14, the time, the government of China was very strict towards those non-registered, non-compliant medical manufacturing company. So they want to erase out. You know how many medical product companies in China? Guess 100,000 companies, you know, so many, you know. So they slowly take them. So they were legalized because it was supported by this Dr. Something very, they follow the protocol, the efficacy, everything, you know. But they feel what? They feel in the income tax, the tax problem. You know, China, they also not only going for that licensing, you know, they also look at you, hey, do you pay for your tax, you know? So they found out that this company didn't pay tax. So what happened? They had to close down. And then the bosses, two of them, the wife, this lady plus the husband, they left. And then they moved, and then of course this time. But all this intellectual property, thank God, it was transferred to another company called Sison, which is now run by this Mr. Yang Zhong, who came in later on. That's why we have this. But anyway, based on those information, see, I was there, I was somewhere here. This is the lady. At the time, we had around 30 old people went there. And during that time, even at that time, there was this doctor. She is a medical doctor, I remember. She take care of, I don't know at the time, who was the chairman, the chairman of PRC area. Was it Xi Jinping or Hu Jintao? Who? Jiang Zemin, she take care of the health. No, they are a group of doctors who actually monitor this president's health every day. Make sure that he is properly taken care, that any variation, any rhythm change, they must notice. So she was in that group. That's why she also shared about how, if you read, cannot see, it says here, using this intravenous laser blood, the photobiomodulation to what? To improve the life expectancy of those people having vascular problems. This is the article. I actually go and check my phone. Finally, I found out. At that time, I don't have a nice phone. You know, about six years ago, I think our phone, the camera is very lousy. Not bad, okay those days, but now we have sharper one. Okay. Now let's talk about this IM laser. Then, in short, IM laser is actually what? For therapy, namely what? Photobiomodulation, laser acupuncture, magnetic therapy, and resonance. I will talk about this one by one, but I will spend more time on what? Two very important ones. What are they? Photobiomodulation and laser. Laser is equally important. Of course, the magnetic is a little bit okay we will talk a little bit, but not so much. Then the resonance, actually we have it because I want to talk about it because nowadays they talk about this what terahertz, far infrared. These are very small because we also have. It's not that I want to be proud, I want to be arrogant. We also have. We are better. We have photobiomodulation. We have laser acupuncture. Okay, all right. Okay, now this is one thing that I want to emphasize very clear. I want you all to understand the basic foundation of light. Now, just to share with you, I got this from the Holy Book of Bible. Listen carefully, for those who are not Christian, never mind. Let me explain. It says, Genesis is the first book of the Bible. Okay? And the first book from chapter 1, verses, they call verses means is it statement? Line by line. Third line is let God, after the first, in God's creation, God created what? Heaven and earth. That's the first thing He created. The first thing that He created on earth is what? No? Let there be light. And there was light. But number 4, which I tell you, I really want to emphasize. God saw that the light was good. No? So I always say, when God says good means don't play, it's really, really good. No? If I say good, it may not. Adam, maybe your judgment is wrong, but when God says it's good, means what? It's really, really good. Because in good, to you and God is different. God means what? Good means that no problem, no mistake, perfect to God. Correct? Yes. Now, why I want to say this? Because later on, when I go to talk about the light, I told you this earlier statement. I actually wholly say what we know is just a little bit. There are so many things to know about light. You understand me? I can show you one report later on. I think it was posted October 2023. They're still talking about how the light can help in glucose. the posted, I mean the discovery. So a lot of things can be discovered one. Okay? So in this statement itself, you know that our light is really, really good. Okay, one more information for you. Do you know our sun is comprising of what? Can anybody help me? Sun? Actually, sun is a composition of what? It's a burning fire of what? Hydrogen, nitrogen, helium, plus I think carbon, everything, right? Keep burning, no? You know how long already on this? But this, according to the NASA research, how long has this sun been burning? Millions a year? No, 5 billion years ago. 5 billion years ago. And then they check. How long can this sun last? Keep on burning again. Let's say today we burn something we burn after some time. Sure, no more. The fire will go off, right? Guess how long the sun can last?
Forever.
No, not forever. Can burn? Actually, according to that calculation, another 5 billion years. 5 billion a year. So what does it mean? Like it's a long-term kind of thing. But you must understand it, because if you look into it, then at that time, let's say for example, you live 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, to you what is sun? Like I get the sun, everything. But over the time, we humans try to find out more and more. Actually, do you know something that you maybe I didn't kind of what? Do you know that there are a lot of light or this kind of photon actually moving in our midst? Yeah? Do you know that your handphone communicate using what? Using what? What wave? Huh? It's the light wave. It's radio wave, light wave. Do you know what is light wave now? I'll tell you later. So anyway, our human was a bit, God blessed us with a little bit of intelligence. We inventing to incorporate or to make use of our light for our purpose, our living purposes. But it shows that the light itself got a lot of things to be explored. This is a very important point I want to highlight to you. Okay, now let's talk. Light is a form of energy. Okay, it's an electromagnetic radiation energy of small particle called what? Photons. Okay. Now we had to differentiate light with other things, because then you understand what is the compound. Because I want to talk about energy. Metal, you know what's metal? Anything metal. Metal means can be this, can be any chair, anything that one. Metal are made up of particles known as photon, electron, and neutron. Remember this? Metal are made up of this, and this. A metal is made up of tiny particle called atom. That means this atom actually comprises of this, and this. Okay? Matter is anything that takes up space and can be weighted. Is this a matter? Yes. Is this a matter?
Yes.
Is this a matter?
No.
Yes or no? Yes. Am I a matter?
Yes.
Who say yes and who say no? Can I show hands? Oh, only one brother there to say yes. Who say no? I'm a matter. Anybody?
Yes.
Actually, we are matter. You heard about brain matter. You heard about a lot. We actually make our matter too, but only a different kind of composition. Understand? Okay, matter. Because the matter, the definition is what? Take up space, and what? I can be weighted. When you know, timbang. Okay, second one. Everything is what? Energy. Why? Can you tell me why? Why everything is how we are able just simply say? There's a logic one. I already told you, right? Light is energy and is a photon. Photon is energy.
Yes.
In this matter, what are the things inside here? Neutron, electron, and then what? Proton. So can I say the photon and the photon in the matter is energy?
Yes.
One is stored, one is moving. Understand this principle. Understand? This one very important, so that because when you understand this, then you tell people when I wear my iron laser, the light is used to apply into my body, this part here. Do you think it works out?
Yes.
Why? Because light is you're talking about it, and then the next statement is this is a principle, it's a law. A law means already confirmed. This is how the He mentioned here, according to this principle of energy, according to the law, this law, energy can neither be created or nor destroyed. Wow, this one mind blowing, you know, really. It's actually a common thing. But when you know this, then you know what happens. When something applied to you, it's energy applied to you, you think it's all just destroyed or disappeared. It doesn't, right? What happened? Actually, there is a transformation. They call it, they transform or they are converted from another to another. Example, you know ice cube, no? The ice cube. When you heat it, it becomes what? Wow, very good. And then you heat it further, it becomes what? Vapor of stream. From one state to another state to another state, you know. Three. This is metal changing. But from this to here to there, what do you need to convert them?
Energy.
What is energy? Heat energy. So understand now?
Yes.
The heat, the energy is a very important in our business. We want to tell them ours is what? What energy? Light energy. What light energy? Red light energy. What red light energy? Laser red light energy. Okay, then I will tell you what's the difference. So far, can follow?
Yes.
Any questions so far? Quite clear? Okay, of course, I was telling you, this Isaac was talking about the principle of light. He said that light moves in the motion. Albert Einstein said, no, this is actually more than that. It's actually electromagnetic motion in what? They move in particles. So therefore, if you conform this, that means you combine this, it's a dualistic. That means light goes in a, what do you call it? Wave with a lot of small little particles of photon moving. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, one thing very interesting about this light, what is photon? Photon is a piece of energy. Just remember, photon is energy. A photon has no mass and moves at the speed of light. Okay? Do you agree with this statement? No? Can you take light out? Okay, let's go and weigh how many kilograms. Cannot. That's why they define light, the energy of light. They don't have weight, but what they do? They travel at the speed of light. What's the speed of light?
Very fast.
Very fast, Okay, just for everyone, the speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per second. Very, very fast. That's why when I always check when you use handphone, what are you using? What kind of light spectrum are you using? It's called the radio wave spectrum. That's why you say, how long you can hear the hello because it speeds so fast. If let's say this is a speed not normal to the light, they say hello, hello. Other 1 hour later they say hello, because of the speed theory. But because it's the speed of light, even you can actually when they communicate with all the spacecraft and everything all over the world, and all over in the outer space, how do they use it? They use communication system using the light as the medium of communication. Understand this? So when you have this understanding, wow, that means people are very smart. No, they use light as the medium to transfer information. So our ion laser, if a person come out with some kind of therapy, is it very strict or very tough, very difficult thing? No, right? It's something that is very practical, very scientifically can be proven. Understand this? Okay. Okay. Now, what is light? Light has a powerful effect on so many different aspects of our biological body. Is that it can be translated into electrical signal in our brain. Light can be translated. Remember this? Body into hormone signal in our brain or body, and indeed into what we call cascades, biological pathway. Never mind. What I want to highlight this point is that remember the light that used into our body can be dispersed everywhere in our body that means whenever you remember this, when you apply your ion laser, your light that goes in, it doesn't just disappear. No. What does it do? They transfer signal, they convert some of the energy into certain things and promote certain things. Like, for example, when you apply ion laser to the cellular level, what happens? You promote what? Stimulate what? ATP, NO, and ROS. What are these chemicals? These are chemicals they needed for the the growth of this cell, and also for the cell restoration and so forth. Agree?
Yes.
So these are the statement they make. Okay. Now, this statement I want to say, this statement was done by a very, very knowledgeable doctor. He says, he said that I can think of no other form of energy. See this? He said he cannot find any other energy, not sound, not chemical energy, so also not the drugs, not food, not touch, not no form of energy that can target the particular location in our cell, in our organelle, in our organ, and in our body to the extent of the light can. What does it mean? It means what? No, he says you even though whatever you can see in the world other than light, they cannot go directly to the cell immediately. They have to go through a process. I give you an example. Sound. Do you think sound can go directly to your cell?
No.
No, just outer part of it. How about drugs? Can you? Yeah, you need to digest. You need to eat and then to digest, and then not everything will be digested, or not the exhaust some will be wasted. No, you can really go to the. How about let's say touch? Touch can touch your cell.
No.
Okay. See, what it meant was it's so beautifully. I told you the light is so good. No, it is the only form of energy that go what? Straight to your place where you want it to go, especially our cell. Remember the mitochondria and so on and so on. Understand now, Amir? So with this understanding, then you can see, wow, our iron laser is really, really fantastic. Okay, so far so good, huh?
Okay.
Okay, now I want to talk about, okay, just now I talk about atom because remember, metal is made out of what? Metal is made out of atoms, So this is the atom, this is the molecular structure. They have electron, neutron inside here, then you got one photon, right? And then you this neutron nucleus. So you notice that photon is energy, and then you have here photon, So are you saying that this atom has energy too? Either they are stored or moving only, correct? So this is a stored energy. When you know how to convert that into a moving, then it becomes. That's why the latest technology they talk about what nuclear fission, how they split the atom. Wow, there's a big what do you call it? Power and release because of this process. But I don't have to learn. I just tell you that there's such thing. Yeah. Okay. So far, so good, Can you understand? Okay. Now I will go forward. Okay. Then, in order to understand light, it is very important to understand the color of the light because these are the things that we really going to differentiate. Now, this one first. Sorry. You see. Press wrong button. Okay. Remember, so light is what? It's an electromagnetic radiation. Remember EMR. This word very remember. EMR. Later I'm going to have an exam one. No, don't remember all the terms. Okay. EMR. What's EMR? Electromagnetic radiation. When it says spectrum means they will actually open up and show it to you now. Our light comes in this kind of spectrum. Our light comprising of gamma ray, X-ray, UV. Now where is the visible light? Where is the visible light? Visible what? The color, you can see the light. Where are they here? Here? Here so small, but look at the light, so many. This is that's why the light actually we see white color. Actually behind it there is this visible light that we can see. We can see through what? Rainbow. Okay, remember rainbow?
Yes.
Now this is the portion, Now, the next one is after this visible light is called infrared. Now remember this term very well. Infrared is not red light. Infrared is infrared. The word infra stands for what? Below the red. Below there's no red. But is infrared, is it a light?
Yes.
It is. Can you see infrared light? You cannot. You need something else to help you to see. Normally, I don't know, you see those kind of war movie in the night. Then the captain or the general will use the binoculars. Oh, the red color one, run here, remember? Those are actually infrared, or they call it night vision binoculars. There are certain living things also see things like this. You know who are they? Snake. You know snake? Especially the piper snakes. What else? What do you call it? Bats. You know bats? Bats also, because they fly at night, they can see only you as only the infrared. That means now, remember your body also emit infrared. No? You also have energy. No? Don't tell me you say, hey, my body no infrared, that means you are a dead person already. Remember this, because they are burning, later I'll talk about this also. The infrared that comes out from the body is actually infrared, but you cannot see it. You can feel it, a bit warm. Normally it will be a bit warm. Okay? But can you see, if you want to see, you go and buy the special goggles, something to see that. Okay? Now, up. Infrared is from here to here. And then after that, what? We have radio wave. Remember all these radio waves, are they useful or not?
No.
Why?
Radiation.
No. you got it wrong. Radiation is this part, which is no good. This one is very good. You are using your handphone, your radio, you hear Chupapa, all these things are all from here. They use this wave to communicate with you. The sunlight, the light rays, but we call it radio wave. Even microwave is from here, no? You know microwave?
Yes.
Yeah, all these things are very important. They are helpful. Like again, I tell you, in years to come, I don't know, one day probably they will be sending you through. They will melt you down into something and then send you through the air, through the light ray, and then you transport you. Tell me, you never know, no. You never know. But I know that they can do now. Not the real one, the clone one. They mean they capture all your image and then they transfer and then you go up, then you become a 3D picture talking to you. You remember those? Now we see in the movie. How do they transfer this? No, they use wire. Okay. Wow. US, let's lay wire to US. No, they use what? Yeah, light energy, which is this part here, radio wave. So the light energy, is it good or no good?
Yes.
And say God say it's good, really good. Got a lot of things. But we are very happy, we are very fortunate because we also know how to use the good light for our health. And we are talking about here. So where are we talking about? We are talking about what? The red light. Okay, the next slide I want to show you is because I want you to remember. Now light, remember they got wavelength, right? You know what's our wavelength? Can you admit, someone tell me?
6.0.
Huh? Our wavelength is what? 650. Wonderful. Okay. Where is 650? Exactly here, huh? Now I want to look one corresponding unit which is very important to us. What is the frequency of this 650 nanometer light? Frequency. What is frequency first? Huh? Yeah, say that. Okay, sorry, okay, what is frequency? Okay, the frequency is measuring one cycle. One cycle wave per second. Okay, let me repeat. Frequency of the wave. Because wave goes like that, correct? Very consistent, same one, So how do they measure the frequency? They measure here to go down and up again, like these 2 points, same point. This is the one cycle. This is called one cycle per second. Over here, we already mentioned what? The red light, which is 650. What is the number of hertz? What is the number of frequency is measured in the unit of hertz. So what? Hertz, 460? No, it's 460 terahertz. Very, very fast in 1 second. You heard about terahertz technology?
Yes.
So when you talk about terahertz, what you're talking about, do you know? Can anyone help me to explain what is terahertz when we talk about terahertz technology?
Energy also.
Okay, what is that? Okay, what is the significance of this terahertz? It's a frequency, correct? It's a frequency. It's the number of frequency cycle that happens within 1 second. No, very fast. And terahertz, can you tell me how many hertz? Unit of hertz.
10 to the power 12.
Oh, very good. 1 trillion.
1 trillion.
12 to the 10. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, sorry. So I don't know why this pen always cannot run out. This one is something wrong with our blackboard or the pen. This is going on. Anyway, okay. We're talking about 10 to the power what? 12. So what do you mean 10 to the power of 12? Who can tell me? Actually, 12 means 12 0. So you draw first 1 0. Cannot see. Cannot see. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Yes, cannot wipe again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How many already? 6 already. 1, 2, 3. How many? 1, 2, 3. Correct. 12. This is one what? Terahertz. Which is what? If you know how in digit what it shows. 1. Here is 1 million. 1 million is here, correct?
1 trillion.
1 million is here, right? Okay. 1,000 is here, right? 1,000. Here how many?
1 million.
1 million here, right?
Yes.
Then here what?
100 million.
100 million.
1 trillion.
100 million. Not 1 million, where?
1 billion.
1 million. And then here is 1 trillion.
1 trillion.
Understand? Anyway, just go back. Remember, they got 12 0 behind. Just put 1 in front. Okay? And what? We are talking about 460 terahertz. Means what? 460 trillion. Powerful, no? Yeah.
I think nano, right?
Yeah, nano. Nano. No, in terms of what? Mega, the frequency and the number of times in the what? We're talking about the wavelength is nano wavelength. The speed of it, yeah.
I thought our frequency is in nanometer, 560.
No. That is the wavelength. The measurement of this length. We are talking about the frequency, the number of times. It's the movement of up and down. Okay? It's in hertz. You measure all frequency in hertz. It's another unit of measuring. When you measure the wavelength, you talk about the distance. You talk about nanometer, micrometer, centimeter, the kind of, when you use a ruler kind of measuring. Okay? Now, I want you to realize, I also want to notice, what is the red color so-called our ion laser, 650, what is the terahertz? How many terahertz? 460, remember this, roughly 400 over. Now, I want to ask you, I mentioned one, I said that our red light is what? Before the infrared, correct? Anything here is infrared, right? Okay, me? Remember this one? We are here, this one until here, no? Correct? And then after here, where is it? Here, infrared. Anything after infrared, in your opinion, what would be the terahertz? Smaller than 380. It cannot be here 670 here. Slowly. After here is actually what? Much more smaller number, maybe 320, 310, and so forth. Correct? Now you must recognize that means what other we are talking about those infrared, far infrared things, their frequency are much more lesser than our red light frequency. This is a very important point I want to highlight. Why later on I will compare these two, so they say, oh, yeah, they are very powerful. Okay? Understand? Okay? Remember? Okay, now, a lot of questions asked. What is the difference between red light and infrared? Can you tell the difference? I think a lot of people say, I think same one. No, actually it's not same, it's different, very much different. Why? First of all, first thing I want to learn, red light and far infrared have different wavelengths. Agree? Yes. Why they can be? Because They do not overlap. It's not that, wow, this one also can, this one also can, they overlap. Cannot one. It's all very clear one. After this is considered this, after this is this. So these are all very, and a red light is a narrow spectrum red light source with half wavelength of 10 or nanometer. What does it mean? Remember what is the wavelength of a red light? What's the wavelength? Huh?
650.
No. The wavelength, the total wavelength is 620 to 750, correct? Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, you notice from here to here, straight line. Can you tell me? From here to here, is it red light?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From here to here, roughly, what is the difference? About 650 to around 750, correct? So, 620 to 750, correct? So, what's the difference? From here, 620 to 750. What's the distance? What's the difference? Around 130. 130 nanometer, correct? How do I get 130? 750 minus 620, correct? Can follow?
Yes.
Infrared ranges from where? Infrared here no, roughly 750 onward until 0.001 CS. Someone goes until here no. The wavelength is so big. That is why infrared has three different. They categorize three. Remember, near infrared, mid infrared, far infrared. Remember heard about this?
Yeah.
Repeat near infrared. Where's near? What is near? Near to the red color. Okay? Then somewhere here. Mid is where? Somewhere in the middle. Far infrared means far away somewhere here. Okay, understand? Now, what is the difference between far infrared? It's all stated here now. Remember, if we started, we say 750 780, 750 champ there 750 to where? To up to 1,000 micrometer. If you convert to millimeter, it's actually 1 millimeter. If 1 millimeter, if you convert to nanometer, how many? 1 million, you know. The difference between this and that is this one. Is it far enough? Big gap, no? Is it big gap? That is why when you talk about this, you ask them, may I know what is, those people who are selling far infrared one, you tell them, may I know what is your wavelength? You ask them, they can never tell you because why? The selection is so many, it can be 3,000, 750, the difference between these is how much? Can you 1 million minus 750, how many? Six, correct? 9, right? 0, 0, 1, the difference. Is it correct? 9. The difference in nanometer is so big, you know. You understand what I'm talking about? That is why they cannot determine where. That is why this is the weakness we are talking about. I'm comparing these two lights. Can you understand this point? I want you all to see this point because that is very clear. I want you all to know that what we are observing, what we are having is 650, very specific one. Plus minus 10 or 20 also doesn't make any difference. But plus minus can be million one, no? 300,000 one, you know. They can be here 750, they can be 900, they can be 1,000, it can be 1 million one, you know. There are so many selections for them. And that's why they are not so accurate. This is the point that I want to highlight to you. Because you cannot determine which is the right way. So here I mentioned, the most, this is very open, everybody know, the most beneficial red light wavelength for skin is commonly considered at 660, very specific one. Not 700, not 900, 1000, because it's very, they know it, because it's so, in this spectrum, they already know what they want already, they already got the specific requirement, what is it for, and they are red light, understand? So the skin tone, different, that is why for this so-called far infrared or infrared, the company, different company has different definition of wavelength for far infrared, which is relatively broad. In fact, not relative, very, very broad. I hope you understand the point. Cannot. Okay? Second point, broadband. And when I talk about broad spectrum, we are talking about what? About the infrared. We are called red light, narrow. Is considered the first generation phototherapy because it has a relative broad wavelength. At that time, remember, it was not clear which wavelength would have a therapeutic effect on the diseases. Unlike red light, is considered the second generation because they already have done many critical clinical data to support this second generation because the therapeutic effect can be determined through the vast clinical. Very simple one. All they need to do is today I conduct a test on 610, 620, 630, 640, 650, 600, only 130 selection of light to do the test, alright? But here can I not? Here, I have to do 750, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,001, until 1 million. How are you know which is the most accurate one? You understand what I'm talking about? So this is why they're talking about. From here, they already tell you the accuracy, that means the determination of this accuracy, very specific, is within this. But for us, they already done it. The 650 is the most beneficial to our body. Can you understand how they derive this 650? Because they done the clinical test. Don't forget our light 650 not only for what biophotometric, it's also for what? Also for remember our laser acupuncture. Remember? So these are the things that you must remember. Excuse me. So far, everybody can follow. You got test one afterward. No problem. Give me Okay. The third one, red light phototherapy. Red light, we are remember we can say red light means really red light. You can see the light one. Like this afternoon, somebody was telling me, hey, I bought this machine. He said light technology. I said, hey, can you show me what's the light? Can you see a light? I cannot see. So is it red light or not? If you cannot see red light, is it red light technology? No, it's far infrared or infrared. Okay, remember this, Okay, red light phototherapy equipment can be precisely controlled because they really know what are they, enabling the development of treatment equipment with specific wavelength for a targeted symptom. This approach reduces the power required for treatment, minimizing, that's very important. Once you already determine the wavelength and you know the power, all the treatment, you are very sure it will be not overpowered or over treatment. Correct? Because you already know, because very. Now imagine, you are taking 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 wavelength. What power are you going to use? They'll try it out. You know what I mean? But whereas they already try out, because you see the data they already try out all these things and they found out these are the specific ones that can be used. Okay? Okay? That means we want to those infrared, they always have this problem of determining. That's why the efficacy normally in the infrared, far infrared is not as good as red, because their determination, their penetration, a lot of figure, a lot of parameters to consider. Okay, narrow spectrum, which is red light therapeutic device such as red light therapy, are more effective for specific indication for a therapeutic perspective. Clinical study has shown that they can eradicate. That means until they can eradicate, get away, do away with, to heal or to help in the take away all these diseases. Eradicate, get away. Unlike wide spectrum, therapeutic device, they can only provide short-term or temporary relief. So sometimes they say, hey, okay, after that, 2 weeks later, it go like hell. You know what I mean? That is the reason. Okay? Because why? You understand, you know why. The reason why is because they are using heat, a little bit of heat. Heat, actually, a lot of people doesn't know. Actually, heat can help you in your inflammation and any injury. You notice that? That's why when you go to, nowadays, even doctors say put ice. to prevent swelling and inflammation. But sometimes when you're injured, if you talk about those Chinese CMO, they ask you to put the what, the hot pad, is it called hot pad? To make you what and everything. Even you heard about this one, hair dryer. You heard about hair dryer? If you know the point, you can use hair dryer to blow your body. It can promote the flow of what. Yeah, can. But it's a temporary. Because you are using heat. You are not using the red flag. Okay. Okay, can you follow? All right. Fifth one. Red light therapy is recognized as treatment mechanism based on principle of what? Photochemistry. Though, this involves radiation, blah 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 blah, which promote. This is it's not just phototherapy. Actually, it's a photochemistry kind of thing. But because of the authority, because the regular authority classify red light as a photophysical. You know what photophysical? To me, they're talking about the chemistry or the bioactivity in the body. They're talking about this. That's why most of the time, just to let you know, the one that you're talking about, this infrared, they are considered they are talking about photophysiology. That means physiology therapy. That means Skinner, fate, or those kind of not chemical reaction, no biomodulation one. Very surface, very shallow kind of treatment. This is the one in there. Okay. So can you understand? Any question about these six differences? Any question about these six differences? Can understand? Okay. Sorry, a bit tough. Okay. Now the question about asking about the material use. A lot of people ask me, they say, hey Adam, I see this book, they mentioned about this helium neon laser. But we are using what? We are using gallium aluminum arsenate, which is GAAIA. This don't get confused. These are just material. Material means the material they use to produce the laser. Both actually produces 650 red light. The only difference is that this is a semiconductor. Semiconductor, why it can be very compact, very small. Otherwise, your watch you'll be how big. Because see, when you talk about gas one, you have to have a bigger chamber for the gas. So probably you'll be so thick. You'll be wearing like maybe wearing a clock instead of watch around already. So that is why when you talk about this, we are the first one in the world that actually make it very compact. So we are using this semiconductor, and one of the advantage of semiconductor is what? It generates light. It is used various applications, including high power due to its superior electron velocity, the speed of it, and also the electron mobility compared to others. And one more thing, it lasts longer. Can tahan lama. How long is our laser light can last? Huh? About 10,000 hours. Yeah. As compared to this, actually these are economic agents that in the olden days we use this gas. So in this book, they're talking quite a lot about what they call neon. Also talk about this neon, but also they talk about GAAIA. Okay, just to update you also that you know. But what we are using is this because we want it to be compact, much easier to last longer, much more expensive. Okay, understand? Can But do you know that there are many ways of producing this one laser? Many medium platform can use. You can use many platform. Some other material. Understand? Some use crystal. Some use ruby crystal. You know, there are this type of crystal that can help. Okay. This is a very important diagram. Now I want to highlight this very important. Now, according to the light spectrum penetration, because of the nanometer, you notice the shorter one, 400, 450, 500, the penetration is more shallow, right? Okay, 650, which is our nanometer, right? How deep can it go?
4 to 5.
2.5. No, who said 4.5? Who said 4.5?
4 to 5.
Why is it 4 to 5? Here same, here 2.5, no? So how? That is why we are laser. Laser actually what? amplify the light, can go deeper. Because of the laser, our light can now go to 4 to 5. Understand? So you must know how to differentiate these two. Let me repeat again. Now if you look at this picture, it shows that it seems that our 650 can only go up to 2.5 millimeter only. Okay? Cannot go. But you see the 750 can go up to about 5 millimeter. So what happened? What's wrong? Actually, when they do this test, they're using not the normal light, the kind of laser light. They're using the normal red light. They call it the LED light. But why we can go 5 cm? Because our light is produced by the laser. Remember the laser source? Say go deeper. Understand now? That is why when you talk about red light, I want you all to add one more word. It's laser. It's a red light laser therapy. Not red light therapy. Red therapy, you have LED one, you know. We are laser because our requirement is different from others. Can you differentiate? Can very important point. Very important point. Can any question about this? Can so big? Yeah.
I want to ask the 650 is for the eye laser, correct?
Yeah, 700 is a wavelength, correct?
700, no, correct?
Huh? No. Remember the red light color ranges from what to what? I told you already. 620 to 750. Remember the range?
750 is good light.
650. Why we choose 650? Why not 640? Not 670? Why? Because the one who developed this, they found out that the 650 is the most appropriate. Because apart from postal biomodulation, what else do we do? Acupuncture, no? We want to have that efficacy in acupuncture, so that we need the right light. So we use 650. But on top of that 650, if I use LED, I got problem, no penetration. So what I do? I add something like what I do. I actually convert this light by using what? Laser. That's why then the laser become more powerful. Understand what I'm talking about? Okay, so your question asked is that we are 650, we are red light. But if a person use 700, can I call him red light also? 700. They say this person use a light, the same laser light 700. Cannot? Yes. But different purpose. Different efficacy, different purpose. Our light, we're talking about 650 plus minus how many? I think it's written there, right? I think plus minus 5 or 10, I can't remember. Can you understand this part here? Yes. Just remember, the way we must differentiate our product, which we are actually Blue Ocean, because we are red light laser therapy. We are not infrared, we are not what? Far infrared, we are not mid-infrared. In short summary of after all talking all this, I want you to remember this point. What infrared, far infrared and mid-infrared can do, red light can do. Remember this, red light can do. But what red light can do, infrared may not be able to do. This is the point. Okay, understand what I mean? Okay, yes. Can you understand, So this is the difference. But of course, you need to prove the difference. You have to explain them in the 6 points. Remember? What are the 6 points? The 6 points I tell you, first of all, you must differentiate. The wavelength is really different. One is so big, so many choices. So you ask them, how you choose from 750 to 1 million? How you all choose? Well, we all very simple. We already from 650 to we choose 650 because we know because we test this. It's all supported by this so-called clinical result. Understand what I'm talking about? Can understand the logic behind this? Cannot? Still very dry. So everybody later, you want to have a break or not? Want to have a break or not? Okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, because this is very dry. Never mind. I try to go fast. Okay, remember again, ion laser, this technology, There are a lot of, especially the photobiomodulation, since the beginning when this Andre Master found discovered, they call it what? They call it flow level laser therapy. But over the years, they keep on changing a lot of names. So lately, these are the accepted names. One of them is laser phototherapy, which is written by this book. Why you must mention laser? If you don't have laser, it's not the same as ours. And the next closer one is also laser photobiomodulation therapy. Okay, understand? But one thing I want to highlight, this is the description, very important. Now, I want to say here very important. This is the how. You all must understand the difference between non-ionized and ionized. Non-ionizing light and ionizing light. How do you differentiate? The differentiation here, non-ionized means they are less powerful than ionized. Ionized are those light that are actually what? Below 350 and down. They mean 320, 300, 200, everything. They are very short and very powerful. Powerful why? They will disturb your so-called electron in the body. When they disturb the electron, what happens? They create some confusion. Then what happens? Your cell become what? Mutate. You know what's mutation? Change in shape. So when they confuse, they change in state, they become lump, they become tumor, and then if not careful, not treated, become what? Cancer. So non-ionized. So what are the non-ionized light? What are the ionized light? Gamma ray, X-ray. Remember all this? So that's why we see the X-ray place. You better get go near it. We saw the gamma ray. Release it very chow because that can cause you problem. Of course, there are other radiation that are also harmful. Now, the non-ionizing ray are actually from 350 wavelength right to the infrared everything. What are they? They are actually very safe. They call it non-ionized because it has been proven they don't cause any change in your structure or in your cell form, the confusion. If let's say it causes you to have cancer because of this non-ionized, which is 350 and above, I tell you, all of you already have cancer because we are every day, almost every day, we are exposed to this kind of lighting, right? In the house, outside, the sun not bad, but we go in the house, the moment you on the house, you go, so this kind of light, these are all called non-ionized light. Are they causing you any cancer?
No.
How about the handphone?
Yes.
Are they causing you any cancer? No. Why? That's why they are so confident. As long as they are below this kind of power, this kind of rate, they have no problem. Understand? Can you understand the difference? So non-ionized. Remember, IM laser. They use what? We use what? Like 650 nanometer, right? Is 650 below 350? No, right? So is 650 an ionizing light? No, it's a non-ionizing light. I hope you don't look at me like steel paper. Okay. Our lights how many? 650, right? I mentioned already. Ionizing light is anything, the light wave, they call it the wavelength, below 350 nanometer. Anything below this cannot, very dangerous. You have to be careful. What are they like? What UV light? Remember the UV light? And not say or gamma ray or even X-ray, everything. So my question is because a lot of people ask now, can get cancer there? Means because our light is a light, laser or more. Cannot, right? Why cannot? Because our wavelength is what? 650, and this is above this wavelength. If today our wavelength is 350, can cause cancer?
Can.
But it won't be red anymore. You'll be something blue or no color. No, but not blue, sorry. Violet color, ultraviolet. Understand? So when you see a light is ultraviolet, you better be careful with it. It's already kind of can cause the damages. I think you know about there's sometimes you go to the shop, they put those kind of color very like a blue color to kill the hand. What do you call that? Ultraviolet. ultraviolet got A, B, and C. Got A, B, and C. They are using ultraviolet A. Okay. If they are not B and C, it will damage your skin. But when I say damage skin, it's not immediately, wow, it become melt. No. It takes time. You put there for 1 hour, you call this kind of thing. If you put 1 or 2 minutes, it doesn't do that harm. Understand what I mean? When I say something like this, you all must bet. I say, wow, the more you put it, wow, it become burnt. No, don't think that. In the long term, they will cause this kind of damages. Okay? So far, okay, Now, the next one. Okay. One of the very important, correct. One of the very important, which I discovered, I want to share with you. I want to ask you, cell renewal, cell restoration and renew new cell in the body, is it an important process?
Yes.
Why is it important? You're right. Very good question. Answer. See, when a person, I see her, for example, wow, she looks so young. Suddenly we ask her, what's her age? She said, I'm 70. Good or no good? Good. Wow, she actually looks like 50 but looks like 50. Why? Her cell is reproducing well, die off also very well, right? Second one, if I see this girl, wow, she looks like 70. When I ask her, may I know how old is she? She said, oh, I'm 50. Is it good or no good? Now, these two conditions, these two challenges, the first one is that because of the new growth in the cell, right? Now, what determines the cell to grow and restore more?
Metabolism rate.
Okay, what else? Tell you the secret. Actually, if I want to have more cells, I had to give some instruction to have more cells. Okay, first of all, do you know how cell, the body cell duplicate? Who can tell me? Actually, for information, this is our body cell, for example. Nucleus, remember? Too small, is it? Okay. You know what happened? Sorry. Okay, you can see, sorry, okay. Let's say this is a cell. They want to duplicate. Okay, this cell, this body cell, they want to duplicate. This is a nucleus. This cell want to duplicate. How do they duplicate? You know, no, tell the truth. They lay eggs, Yeah. And then the egg, wow, new cell. Correct? No. But what do they do? Tell me, how do they duplicate? Yeah, they call it cell division. They split into two. Now, I'm just kidding. I want to test you whether you're nonsense. So what happens? They split, correct? They call it cell division. So they become two, correct? Now, from this cell to become two, what is the very important process they must? What is the very important process? Of course, they must give instruction. There's one very important instruction come from where?
Growth hormone. Growth hormone.
Okay, but not the. We are talking about the cellular level. We are talking about the nucleus level. Very good. That's it. What I'm talking about in this nucleus, you know what's nucleus? Nucleus is the center of the cell. They are like a brain, little brain. They are the one who decide what to become. Like for example, I always like to tell this joke. This is a hair. This is a hair. But this one, every month I had to cut one. This one I never cut before. You know this? Why it never grow long? You see the point here? Because there is some instruction there, right? You're not supposed to grow. In the same way, imagine this is a finger, this is a thumb, what do you call it? Thumb cell. And then this is a toe cell. If they get confused, they can see a thumb here coming out from the hand, the leg. Or you may see your toe growing here. They all get confused, correct? All because of what? They must follow the instruction here. Now, when I say give instruction from here, the DNA, and we call it the genes and everything, and the information. Who is the one who give the instruction? The DNA. So what they do is that the DNA tell them, okay, I want you, you send outside, I want the outside people to do exactly what I do. They give all the instruction, all the like 1, 2, 3, all the, they call it all the blueprint, or the recipe, what to do. Now, who carry this recipe? Is you heard about last time, remember we went for injection? mRNA. Heard about this? mRNA. Remember this?
Yeah.
Your way for injection. What does it mean? This is a messenger, no? From here. So, over here, they say they want, no, this one very important. With photobiomodulation, also leading to increase of mRNA synthesis. That means there's more more mRNA coming out from here to give the instruction here, keep on giving all the making more new cells. Is it good or no good?
Good.
You want less or you want more?
More. More healthy cells.
Correct. That is why when you know this fact, I tell you, you all think, nothing. Actually, there are a lot of things that are happening within your body which are there. You may say, Adam, I don't think your light, hey, the light is not done by me. God already says it's good, that's a very powerful thing. You all need to recognize this. If you recognize this, then you see the beauty of our product. Can you understand that? So this is what then I was doing some research and I found this description very, very nice. He says our PBMT, we need our photobiomodulation at what level? Not just at cellular level, no. Also at molecular level, no. What does it mean? This is cellular level. It happens in the cellular level. What's happening in cellular level? Increase in production of ATP, ROS, and on so forth and so on. Correct? How about molecular level? One step higher. Actually, it's in the other part of the body. Like for example, you do some kind of changes in your blood circulation, all these things. So in short, this one, this definition is so sharp. It says that not only cellular but also molecular. In short, it's happening all over your body. Everything is involved. Understand? Can So this is a very important term. What do you want to say? Remember cellular and molecular, not just cellular and molecular, because of the power of laser red light therapy. Okay? Then we talk about what now? See, they stimulate more ATP production, low ROS, which then activate transcription factor, such as one of the transcription factor. What I just mentioned just now. What I mean? I just mentioned just now. What is that? Transcription factor. mRNA, remember? Transcription factor are actually those involved in giving instruction to the next cell to do and communication. Okay? And then here I want to also emphasize a very important thing because this is kind of to do with the COVID. At one time during the COVID time, everybody got panic, and a lot of, I think at the time I still remember, I received a lot of positive feedback. Wow, they got COVID, but after using some time, instead of 1 week they get sick, right? 2-3 days they become okay. I think you want to receive, right? Some of the people who use our laser. That's because there's this transcription factor that actually promote cytokine, where they can actually help to repair and to fight against this COVID. But having said that, there's another worry, no? Because the cytokine, if you overwhelm it, it causes what? The storm, the cytokine storm. I think you heard about the storm, right? It causes the whole lungs collapse, cannot breathe. But because we have this, we can have this NK factor and all these things can help to reduce this kind of things, to repair all this. That's why we were able to maintain. This is the body function, it's a self-healing function. But I want to highlight that there's a research done that our PBNT, this photobiomodulation, does promote this kind of good so-called repair immune system in your body. Okay? You can read about it, then you can find out more. Okay, now talk about retester. I just want to let you all know. Do you know that when you see what you see here, it's just only all the hands, But deep inside this hand, what do you see? Muscles, right? So when my head tells, hey, I lift up my hand, how come I should be lifting up many cells? Because they communicate to each other, they go together, all lift up together. Only my hand can be lifted up, right? This coordination, there must be a communication between one cell and another cell. Even though they are staying together, there must be a thing. So for your information, a lot of the cell, every cell, has always this chemical information to be passed to another, and they must have a receptor. So when I talk about receptor, just remember a lot of our cell has a lot of receptor. Their role is very important. Why? They must be healthy so that they can receive good nutrient, also what? New good messages. Receive, otherwise they cannot. You see, if I'm a cell, I say this is all the body cell. This is very healthy, but I talk to you, you cannot because you are not healthy. Can you imagine this? So I need the communication. I talk to this person, then this person talk to them. It's all through the chemical messenger plus the receptor. So in short, our body must have a very so-called healthy and not so powerful, healthy and very workable kind of receptor. This in our photobiomodulation, it does. That is why very strange, not strange. There is this report came out. It says that when you use iron laser, you know your sugar become lower. I think there's one article. Then they found out what happened at the cellular level. The receptor become more active. When they say more active means what? They can consume more sugar. When they can consume more sugar, what happens? You don't forget that every time sugar comes to your body, what are they? They must convert to energy, right? Sugar is energy, no? They must convert, right? So if you can use some more energy, is it good, no? Better you got more energy, that means you're taking away less, and you're reducing the sugar more and more. So apparently the what do you call it? The communication between these two can be improved even through our this photobiomodulation. This is the fact that I'm going to talk to you. So there are different types of receptors, some underneath, some go inside the cell. That means this receptor is outside, but some of them go inside because some of the information that you need you have to be transformed inside here. So anyway, you want to read more, you just go into this receptor. There are so many information. Okay, photobiomodulation. Every time when we talk about photobiomodulation, we talk about ATP, ROS, and NO, right? Today I want to focus. You all know very much what is ATP, right? You all know, right? What is ATP?
Adenosine triphosphatase.
What is it for? Power, strength. But do you know there is another very important chemical called what? Nitric oxide. You heard about nitric oxide? What is nitric oxide? No, Okay, I'm going to talk today. I want to emphasize a little bit on this so that you know that not only ATP is important, but nitric oxide is very important. Okay, before I go into it, I want to just introduce one word. You know, when I was reading this article, very interestingly, it a new photomedicine. Eh? Have you ever seen before? Photo become medicine. I mean, light also become medicine. Don't you find it strange? So I also find it strange. How come what that? So I can find out. Actually, the word, you understand the word medicine. Actually, medicine is not just drug, just eating the drug, the thing that you give. Actually, it's a full process. It talks about analyzing, treatment, and prevention. In fact, photobiomodulation does that. They can analyze and can treat your problem. They can actually prevent you from getting this kind of thing. That is why they even dare to call it photomedicine. So the word, this is very well described, but more people, a lot of people doesn't use that. They use photobiomodulation, but there are people who call it photomedicine because of the ability of this to do a lot of things, including treatment and prevention. Understand? Okay. That's another thing. What they even show that why is it chemical? They can use to treat all these wounds, by just shining on them. Can our iron laser do that?
Yes.
Can, Yeah. Only thing that why? What's the difference between this, our iron laser, and this? Can someone tell me? Actually, the difference is that this is more powerful. They use 500 milliwatt. Very powerful. We are using how many? How many? 5 milliwatt. That is why when you use long time, also no problem, don't worry, you won't damage you. But this one, too long time, you know what happen? You will kind of damage your skin. But when you want to treat something, you put long, you just put probably 3 minutes, 5 minutes, enough already. Because the power is very powerful. If you put this half an hour, your hand also tired already. Very imagine you put this. That's why these are actually meant for hospital use. medical center, hospital, they had to put 2-3 minutes, okay, yes. Otherwise, they'll be holding them for half an hour like this. You can imagine. So, what I'm trying to say is that the treatment of this is quite equivalent to it. The only difference is the power. We are using 5 milliwatt. So, what happens? If you want to treat, they can just put it there, but much longer only. Understand? Instead of 3 minutes, maybe you take 30 minutes. This time we have one case in this Bangkok, right? They have this back sore. Back sore, you know what back sore, right? After some time you don't move, it becomes a sore, and then your wound doesn't heal, it becomes wet, and then all kind of things. So what happened was this lady actually used it to shine a bit. Wow! After some time, it dries up, and then now healing, and then close up again. Why it can happen? Very simple, because you know our IM laser, we mentioned them, very good for what? Inflammation, remember? Yeah, that's the reason. Okay. Recently, about few months back, I think 1 or 2 months, I still remember one of our friends, he was having this edema. You know what's edema? Swelling in the feet. Swelling in the feet. Edema.
We use the red light shine.
Yeah, you shine. Does it help?
Eye laser, the red light.
Sorry?
How you shine using the eye laser?
Oh, for depending on where is your
red light, you think?
Huh?
Red light lah.
You read like, yeah, right. No.
Just hold it lah.
Yeah, either you hold it or you, like for example, depending on your convenience, some of them may just want to attach to the body, hold it or whatever it is. But most important, I want you to know that this product is so fantastic. Not only you can use it for your normal therapy, you also can use for target for cases like this. Okay? Alright, okay, now talk about this nitric oxide. What do you want to know? Nitric oxide. Remember I told you stimulate production of ATP plus nitric oxide, right? Yeah. Now, neuropathy happens when the nerves that are located outside the brain and spinal cord are damaged. Understand? They may be blocked or even some inflammation and so forth. Light energy, listen very proven in the after I show you the what? Stimulate the release of nitric oxide, right? From the mitochondria, right? But also from where? From the hemoglobin into the bloodstream. Now, know this very important. That means that the nitric oxide also in the hemoglobin, which is red blood cell, they can even can stimulate the nitric oxide to be used. Then what happens? The nitric oxide enters the muscle cells in the wall of the blood vessel. The muscle cell relaxes as the blood vessel diameter enlarges, okay, allowing more blood flow through the vessel. So you can see, as the red blood produce more nitric oxide, remember the vessel actually opens up because the nitric oxide enters the wall. You expand, because if you relax, you expand, so you have more flow of blood. Now, when the flow of blood has increased, is it good for us? Why you say that? A lot of people say don't know, but at least you know. Like the last trip they said they know. Actually, it's a very important, what they call it, a very important activity in the body. You must have very repeat good blood circulation. So one of the tests, I do that. You know what? You use rubber band. You go and tie your finger. You know tying that? What happened after 5 minutes? Not just still black, still dark red. One day later, what happened? Can you imagine just by rubber band tying this one already they want to die already. Until you know the dog, I don't know, I think they also talk about the dog leg, the dog tail. They go and tie the tail, and then the tail will drop. Actually, they deprive what? They deprive the blood from entering to the other side. In the same way, if your blood comes in, what happens? They are actually blocking, right? You are actually preventing what? You are talking about what? When anti-inflammation. Anti-inflammation occurs when oxygen level are too low. That means they are not going there. So increase of blood flow via nitrogen reduces inflammation. Tissue, for a tissue to grow, to make more cell, you require O2, oxygen, nutrient, ATP, and growth factor. Correct? So when you tie this, you don't do it, you show diamond. So it's a very important function. So NO provide an environment for enhanced healing. Increase local circulation, increase tissue oxygenation, improves sensation, which offer the balance of walking. Now, one of the vertigo, the problem that we are facing sometimes, or sometimes people actually the blood, it can be part of the blood means it is a very important function of this NO, nitric oxide. That is why when you use this over time, when this nitric oxide is consistently more and more produced, of course you can buy, they also say you can always buy the nitric oxide supplement. But for me, you should start off with your natural. Your natural is producing this nitric oxide. When you get older and older, this reduces. So that's why you need to continue help them to produce. One of the best ways is what? Photobiomodulation. Understand? Can Okay, reduces pain, everything. Okay. Any questions so far? No. Now, another part that I want you to understand is that improve with this nitric oxide, improve your microcirculation. I'm talking about new microcirculation. What I'm talking about, improving microcirculation tissue as well. Okay. PBNT induces angiogenesis. This is the word that I want you all to remember. Angiogenesis. What does angiogenesis mean? Angiogenesis is the formation of new blood cells. This is a discovery is mentioned here. Page 308 here. Page 308, they described very well. They did a research. They took the mice. They go and do irrigation. After some time, they cut the mice and then measured. They found out that the vessel in the mice are the one receiving the photobiomodulation. They are more tiny, they call it tiny capillaries, the new one, grow, actually started to grow in the vessel. So, for example, now this is the one that I'm talking about. This one you can get it page 307 in this book. Later, I will, if you want, you can download from my, I can send you the download. You mentioned here, you see, this is the old one, a bit before. After that, you see, there are more little fine, which means what? When our body during the flow has been blocked or to be kind of make difficult, actually our body are very smart. They will actually build or grow new capillaries to surround the vessel so that more blood can go through, not just this way, can actually go like a bypass. You understand what I mean? This is a test that you do. So don't forget, of course this cannot be accomplished within one day. It takes some time. So this is a very important discovery that I want to share with you. When you use our ion laser, this kind of things happening in your body without you realizing. That's why those people who uses this, sometimes they find, hey, my blood pressure very good. Oh, my good. These are all the reasons. Understand? Not just the nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is one of the that promoting this. Okay? Can Okay. This is another report here. Red near infrared stimulate release of this one actually is outside the vessel, dependent vasodilator and reduce vascular dysfunction in the diabetic model. We're talking about this nitric oxide that can actually promote the flow of blood. This is a medical report. You can always go and take photo and then you can find. It was actually published 2017. Okay, now I'll talk about the third item that nobody really think about it. This is very important. Now, light actually goes into our body in two ways. One through the eyesight, one through the what? Mitochondria. Remember, skin. Now, through this understanding, I want to introduce a very important hormone called what? Melatonin. Heard of melatonin? Melatonin is a very important hormone that coordinates a lot of activity. Now, before I talk about melatonin, I also talk a little bit about our body is actually influenced by this called circadian rhythm. You know what circadian rhythm? CIRCAR. Circadian rhythm. You know, circadian is like a biological clock. Your biological clock in the body, when you sleep, when you do. Now, actually, according to the circadian rhythm, it says that around normally, when your eyes close, when the light off, your body start to produce this melatonin. Okay? But when they study about this, actually they thought that only the brain, only the brain produce melatonin. Actually it's more than that. Our body also produce melatonin, because why? Melatonin is a very important chemical that can help to do a lot of things. So I'm going to talk to you about this. I want to explain in detail. Now remember this, how human interact with either the eye or the skin through the mitochondria. Now this is a circadian rhythm. Circadian is like a body clock. If you look at it, a normal standard kind of thing, this circadian rhythm, or they call it the biological clock, will work closely with the environment. Nighttime you want to sleep with it, daytime you want to wake up, this kind of normal thing. But people who are not following this, there is people like that, right? What happened? Like for example, according to the normal circadian system, that by the time 9 o'clock, 21 to midnight, you're supposed to sleep in here. You're supposed to wake up somewhere around 7 o'clock. But people don't know what happened. They sleep at 3 o'clock. So what time do you wake up? Say 11. Somewhere here 11. So basically what they do, when you have this kind of pattern, they are changing the circadian rhythm to push it further out. Now that's not good, because according to the study of this circadian about the light energy plus the red light, everything, it all has to do with your health. I'm going to go into this. How is it? Now just remember, melatonin secretion is a very important function in the body that produces this melatonin. Which they can actually do a lot of antioxidant. I will talk about this. Now, there are two things that I want you to understand from here. Now, when we look at things, when I look at my eyes, I look at things and the light comes into my eyes, it goes to the what? Retina. What I see images, because the brain will interpret. Correct? Now, without you realizing there's another light, when the light comes into my eye, it goes to this portion. Here. The one they're talking about, let's say I see a vision, right? I see you, right? It goes to my eye, it comes to the retina, and then the retina sends the information, they interpret, I saw Rebecca, Gideon, Ronnie, and all these people. I see, these are the normal light. But behind this, suddenly, without you realizing, there's another light that goes where? Come here, goes here. And this will transfer to this part here, and this part will give this instruction. The pineal gland is the one that secrete the melatonin. So what happens is that the moment there is this blue light, you know what's the blue light? Remember I told you our light, sunlight got many color, right? Got red color. The blue light, is it good or no good? It's good for certain purpose. But actually when you sleep, then you don't want blue light. That's why when you your handphone nowadays, you can take away blue light, they got blue blocker, everything. Why? Because blue light actually what? When it goes to here, they will send signal to this person say, oh, daytime already. So they will tell you, stop producing melatonin. Good or no good? No good. By right, you should be producing melatonin. Melatonin is a very important chemical in our body to regulate. So, for example, I see, remember I was talking about this circadian. This circadian is a very important rhythm. Just like, for example, you go to Disneyland. Disneyland open from 9 to 10 in the night, or 10 to 10. You can go anytime, you can play, very happy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, finish at 10 o'clock, you go back. Do you think the Disneyland stop already? It doesn't stop. There are workers behind doing what? Cleaning up, wash this away, throw rubbish, do this, everything. So that what? They prepare for the next day, so that you come again, correct? In the same way, our body, when you sleep, you think everything stop already. No, they are behind cleaning and a lot of move, what do you call it, repairing, all kind of stuff they're doing now. Now, who controls that? This rhythm. That's why you see, they can do this. So there are a lot of activity conducted by these people. This rhythm. So when you mess up this, like for example, you are supposed to be sleeping, for example, at 10 o'clock, and then your melatonin will produce. Instead, you wait until 3 o'clock, and then you're watching TV. And then you go TV got a lot of blue light. What happened? The TV keep on telling your eye, it's daytime, no need to sleep, so no melatonin. Then tomorrow you wake up already. What happened? Over time, what happened? You experience insomnia, right? But you sleep, you say, Adam, I also sleep I sleep at 3 o'clock, wake up at night. 3 to maybe 11 o'clock. Okay, I sleep 8 hours, 6, 7 hours. But you feel very tired. They call it what? You experience hypersomnia. That means you sleep also not enough because your reaction to the body to this change has caused you to have some kind of sleep problem. Insomnia or hypersomnia. So these are the things that will cause it. Because once this rhythm is changed, a lot of things are behind is changing. Okay, I want you to know this fact. Okay? Now talking about this, also remember this one is very sensitive to bright light. It's talking about blue light. You heard about blue light? I don't know, you all know what's blue light? You all heard before? Blue light means it's actually when the sun, when you in the daytime, the moment you go out, it's blue color. This light, you can sense the blue color. Now let me ask you one question. I want you to notice when the sun sets at them, what's the color of the sun? Orange, reddish, right? Why not blue? Yeah, there's a reason. Actually, when the sun sets, they become red and big. Because why? That light will help you to remind the mind, oh, you are about to go to sleep already. Please start to produce your melatonin. You understand what I mean? That is why the experts say, of course, they want you to sleep. If you can, 9 o'clock sleep. But if you cannot sleep, what? Use dim light, use red color light, this kind of warm light. Why? Because these are the better environment that doesn't straight away stop the production of these. Now, what is the color of our light? Red color, right? It's all related. So that's why when you talk about this photobiomechanics, it really, when you do it during the daytime, when you're walking everything, you really can kind of remind the thing to produce more, melatonin and everything. Now, don't worry. Now let us start about this circadian. I will talk to you another way of producing melatonin. Talk about this regulated by this circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm actually helps in circulating the melatonin because you produce more melatonin, which will be used to what? Reduce cancer, because they are antioxidant. They can help you to produce more cortisol production, antioxidant, and sleep regulation. You heard about melatonin, when you want to when the melatonin is produced, they make you sleepy and then you sleep. Okay? Then of course they talk about peripheral clock, which is the timing whether to fasting, not fasting, makan, not makan, all this kind of thing, including this hungry, not hungry, very satisfied. All these are the the hormones, including the temperature, even the production of whether high or low, because sometimes when you are sleeping, you don't want your body to have high activity. You have to tone down the activity. All these are the control. So in this rhythm, they control all this activity. Is it important? They coordinate and control. That is why it is very important that the circadian rhythm should not be. You have to match with if possible, to match with the existing environment you have. But I say this because you may be now you are daytime. Let's say you fly to America, it's nighttime. How come still in the night? So you have to adjust to the environment. So when you are here, the best time that they recommend that you during this time try to follow the external to enjoy or to get the maximum melatonin. And melatonin is very important. I mentioned this. And melatonin says now, in addition to the melatonin produced by the pineal, remember the pineal gland? Can you remember where is it, pineal gland? Quite near to the brain, right? Well, melatonin is produced within the mitochondria. This is how we say mitochondria produce what? ATP, nitric oxide, RS, what else? Growth factor, right? No, you follow this interesting. He says the melatonin is produced within mitochondria. Why? Now, then you found out actually what happened was when the mitochondria start to produce ATP, do you know a lot of heat being produced? They call it the oxidative stress. Now, when the heat is produced like a car, when your car is running a lot of power, right? Do you feel hot? I mean, they will be hot, right? It's very hot, right? So how do the car keep the how do you keep your car to be cold? You have a cooling system, correct? In our body, also same thing. Our mitochondria can be overheating one, you know. So how do you bring down the what? Bring down this cooling effect. The melatonin. So the melatonin is part of the system of cooling system of the mitochondria. That's why it's actually there. And not only that, you also have target all the protection of matter from the reactive oxygen species, which included the heat, the oxidative stress. Okay? Accordingly, melatonin is protective against a range of diseases. Remember this, characterized by mitochondrial dysfunction. That means once let's say your mitochondria is not well maintained, defunction, what happens? You have all these kind of diseases, including cancer, neurodegenerative diseases, cardiovascular diseases, and diabetes. That is why your mitochondria of the cell must be always in good form. One of the ways is to get a lot of melatonin. Do you know that you can even buy those supplement melatonin? Do you know that? Now that is only when you take it for it, you only introduce to the blood only, but it doesn't go straight to the cell. What we are saying is the best way to increase your melatonin production in the mitochondria is photobiomodulation, the red light. Okay? Okay. Now, see, this is a very simple. This is the oxidation. That is when the mitochondria produces a lot of this heat, this energy ATP, the oxidative stress start to come in. How? We need the night. At night, the pineal gland will produce this melatonin to help to cool down this. But how about daytime? Who produce? Nighttime is this pineal gland. Daytime, who produce the melatonin? Who? Mitochondria. They go to where to you? They actually, for your information, the melatonin have two ways they produce. One is where? In the pineal gland, which is the head, in the brain. The other one is where? Mitochondria. So remember this. This is something that I also feel, wow, I didn't know, I came to know about this. Okay, these are the, after that I'll show you the, now, one more information that I also want to highlight to you. See, the total production melatonin, we thought that when you sleep, you produce more. Actually, it's not true. The pineal gland only produce 5%. The rest of the production of melatonin is from where? From the mitochondria. Do you think it's fantastic? It's a good information that you all going to get. That means you all must continue carry on to have more sunlight to get all this. Understand?
Besides sunlight, this one.
Yes. One of the way. Yes. Because okay, one more, I want to ask you you all think one day how many percent how many percent you all don't get the sunlight, direct sunlight? How many percent of the time?
80%.
80%, How about anybody disagree? Actually, in America, 95%. 5% only they get the sunlight. They are so they said they want light. They like to go sunbathing, that kind of stuff. But those are not very healthy too. What you are forcing. But actually, by right, you are supposed to get a lot of sunlight on. One of the way actually now when they come out with this kind of red light one, not big like a LED kind of thing have to shine. But the purpose is just to get the one. But again, luckily we have this device. This device can promote a lot of this so-called induce a lot of this production of melatonin. Okay? Can you understand? Okay, not even 5 o'clock. Okay. I still got half an hour more. Okay, now. What I say, you say, Adam, are you sure you say this melatonin can be produced by mitochondria? Yeah, this article. This article, melatonin and optical on the human body. Melatonin, optic, of the not human eye, no, human body. So you read this article, okay? This was submitted 2019. Okay. Okay, there's another article. I told you, remember there are so many things that they can discuss. They can actually, they still do not know what are the optimal parameter about this light. Every day, every month, every year, there is new research, new discovery, new question coming out. So one of these is actually the optical simulation of mitochondria. Mitochondria can reduce blood glucose level. Oh, what? I mean, it's really very, quite an unbelievable kind of situation. Normally, I can understand I can reduce the sugar level. Maybe I improve what's the pancreas to produce more, and how they call it, those kind of insulin and all kind of things. But now they say, no, optical, this light simulation on this mitochondria can reduce blood. So anyway, if you don't believe, you can always go and read. This one was prepared. It was submitted only recently, dated 28 August 2023. Just only. So it means that a lot of discovery. Then I said, remember I said when I started my presentation, I already qualified. Actually, what we know, even what I know, what these doctors, everything know, probably only very limited. They are more towards the light, the knowledge of light. Because why? God said it was good, right? When I say God said it could mean it's really good, don't play, no. Okay?
I don't understand what optical simulation.
Optical means light.
You put in like eye.
Huh? No. It can be stimulation of whatever it is. Not the optical that you're talking about, the eyes. Huh? Not only eye, it's on the body also. That means you're using the light can be on the body and it's about photobiomodulation. The keyword you mentioned here, photobiomodulation, red light 670, mitochondria, glucose, oral. So these are the keywords that they use to do that. So photobiomodulation is the eye. Is the eye? I say photobiomodulation, you understand? Is it apply on the eye?
Light.
No. Photobiomodulation, the word, do you use it on the eye?
No, but they go blind. Blind.
Sorry?
They go blind.
Sorry?
They go blind.
Yeah. So no, I just answer you the optical what you're talking about. It could be this or the whole part of the body. So I mean you highlight question. So I want you to sometimes when you read the word you can understand what it meant by it. Okay? Do you know something? I was blind people. You know blind people? Do you know that they are blind? They have advantage. Their melatonin, their melatonin are much more than us. They have more. They don't get cancer. They are much more healthy. Do you know this? Because why? When they can't see it, there's no light that goes through them. When they are no light, that means they are being. I told you about this part. When you don't have this kind of blue light that comes to their eyes, they didn't stop. No, they are keep on producing the melatonin, which will be helpful. Maybe I told you, melatonin is good of what? Mitochondria, and it is actually for what? Cardiovascular diseases, diabetic, all this. That's why this is the discovery that they found out. But of course, they want to do more tests whether this is real or not. I mean, this is one of the things that I read. They talk about these blind people. Okay?
This is the real reason. That the blind people are saying they are much healthier.
No.
Because they are blind, they cannot see more things, they cannot enjoy, they cannot eat all the food. That's why they are healthy.
Right. Remember I said before I continue, I was saying, yes, now they are discovering that these blind people has better life, long life. So they actually say that it could be one of the reasons because of their melatonin production in the body is much more than us, no? Because we don't see the problem with you. Okay, let me just show a hand. How many people sleep before 10? Before 10? 2 only. Okay, how many people sleep before 12? 1 only. How many people sleep before 2? All these people know. Now, when you say before 2, are you aware or are you changing the, remember the circadian rhythm away? That's why sometimes you may, even though you have enough sleep awake, for example, you sleep at 2 o'clock, you wake up 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7 hours, not bad. 10 o'clock, I give you, you still feel, what's so sleepy, so tired. That's because of what? Hypersomnia. No? Hypersomnia says that even you have enough, you sleep a lot, but because the time you sleep is a daytime sleep, you cannot have the proper, the circadian rhythm cannot adjust for you. Then you feel very tired. You say, I thought yesterday I sleep 8 hours, I should be okay, but you go and then you go for my class and still. So this is the one of the thing. But anyway, they are doing now. In fact, I'm waiting for the research to come out. So interesting. Just highlight to you all that blind people, they found out that because they couldn't see. I'm not talking those can open and see. They couldn't see. The light is blocked. So because of the block, they actually prevented. Remember there's a reaction. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. I still have time. Okay. In this respect, I want to also tell you all that apart from this. When you talk about this photobiomodulation, every time people ask for the proof, can measure where can this? There is a lot of machine can measure this efficacy of photobiomodulation. It's not just say, it's just like how you feel, okay, not I feel good, no. There is, very instrument to measure whether it works or not to work. Okay, what are the machines? How to measure effect of laser therapy? One of the machines very well known is called thermography. You can read about it, you can go to this. Because later on, go and download the one. Just remember, you go to page 160 and then you can read about it. The second machine they use MRI. Remember MRI? Magnetic resonance imaging. You heard about this, right? The third machine is called the high resolution digitized ultrasound B scan. To measure this. And then tensile strength. Then also talk about other objective methods. So there are many ways you can actually measure the therapy, whether it works or not. So you can tell people say, you say only your therapy, where got therapy, no proof. You tell them, brother, there are so many ways of measuring. You can go and study about it. So this is the thing that I want to highlight to you. Okay, now. Okay, the treatment, okay. I want to share with you, this is actually taken from a place called Subang Jaya Medical Center. You know where is Subang Jaya Medical Center? Subang Jaya Medical is a very famous medical center in Kuala Lumpur. Very big, quite a successful one. They even provide dynamic K-laser dynamic therapy. See, they say they are using red light. Because why I know? Because I called them up and I told them I want to go for the treatment. So I called this number here. I spoke to one doctor. I said, doctor, I have this problem of tennis elbow. Tennis elbow, you know, right? So can I be treated? Oh, can. You can try. Okay, fair enough. I said, how much? Oh, like that. Your treatment you had to sign up a course. I mean, very true. I mean, therapy cannot be one. It's not medicine. You need to sign up for a course, I think 10 times. One time is 150. So I had to sign up, means I had to pay 1,500. Okay, wow. So I said, guarantee okay one. Well, you try out first. Then if not okay, then we go to the chiropractor. Oh, okay. And then, so how I can, after that, my treatment, I'm okay, I can play. No. Because I say I'm confirmed. After treatment, you have to rest 2 or 3 months later. Until you completely then only you can go and play. So what does it mean? I mean, you must understand, even in the medical center, which is a big, they already recognize that this is a very important therapy. And this therapy takes time. So we are actually this therapy. So when we use it for 1 or 2 times, and then 3 times don't feel good, you say, yo, how come I fell? You start to get very angry. Why? If you understand the process, I keep talking about, remember the normal distribution thing. Averagely, okay, I'll give you an example. Recently, my professor from, I think I sent you can see my video, right? the professor who came visited me, he has been having this what we call this, the sole, but front part, one very painful. Each time when he wake up, he walk me, so painful. And then when I saw him, he was okay. And then he was talking to me, and he said, wow, this is bothering me. Hey, say you want to try my iron laser? Hey, what is that? Sure cannot. I have no choice. I said, Prof, my professor, Prof, you trust me now. I guarantee you. Guarantee, okay, pain, no, very seriously pain. After that, he read it. Then I give him the old one, the one without the belt one. He took it. What, that one? Oh, yeah. What should I do? Then you know, like, he is American, you know. He look at it like kampung. I said, well, you just do this, and then you tie around. There's no belt, tie around like very kampung. Yeah. Look at me. Can you try me? Guarantee you. You wear it. True enough, that night he did it. Well, next morning I picked him up because we are very good friends. We go for breakfast. Oh, he came in the room, and then immediately I'm quite clear. Hey, how, Prof? Is it okay? Then he looked at me. I tell you, don't believe it. 30 minutes now, gone now, completely gone. And then I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. He has been handling this problem for almost 5 weeks now. He have seen chiropractor, he has seen this problem. He take medication, come and go. I mean, you reduce the pain, the next day come back again, the kind of thing go and up and go. But he was so surprised. The pain gone just 30 seconds. I mean 30 minutes. Huh? Yeah, serious. So because of that, I told him, hey, Bob, you have to do me a favor. You have to talk to my member, tell them you know, so that you are Macau people, so that means Macau and us still have the same problem, you know, and still can be used, still can use our iron laser. And he was so willing. Then I think you can share. I mean, I don't know you all receive, right? Share those, yeah. So this is a real story. But this person, 30 minutes, some people 3 months, they complain already. So it depends. Okay, I'll give you another example. This is about 7 weeks. 7 weeks. Some people ask me, Adam, how effective is our iron laser? I told them from 1 hour to 7 weeks. Oh, what is the difference? 1 hour when I talk about the 1 hour actually I talked to one tattoo. He bought it because he was having a migraine. That day after using one at time, he was so surprised. He called me and said, the product very good. Migraine, which has been has been with me for many years. Every time around 1, 2 o'clock he has to sleep. He says, sorry, I go and sleep. I have to take my medication and rest. Completely gone. 1 hour. Yeah. But after he continued using it. Then, yes. Then the second one, there's one lady. Actually, her name is at least about 50 years old. She bought it because she has this arthritis. I know arthritis, pain. So she has been using it. So after 1 month, he called me out. Hey, your product seems to be not working for me, man. I don't have any experience. No, nothing. You know, normally when they not happy, they'll talk in a very sarcastic. Nothing. Don't know what you're doing. Say, okay, never mind. At least, how many times you use? Oh, you say I'm using 1 day, 2 times. Oh, not enough. You should do 2 times. Target 2 times. Target 2 times. Okay, I follow you. After 6 weeks later, maybe 2 weeks later, maybe 6 weeks, he called me again. Madam, not effective, nothing happened. Wow, I said, your case very special. I like to give the confidence, very special. What do you say? Please increase the dosage. Now instead of 4 times, I want you to be 8 times. 8 times, I mean at least 2 times, 4 times, and then 4 times again. After that, he did it. 1 week later, he came to the office. Wow, I said, jalat, because I was doing a presentation in the meeting hall. You know, I've been to the office. Really, I was doing the meeting hall. She came in, then she quietly sit down there and listen to my presentation. As usual, I was waiting. Wow, jalat, you know, I come to office until your hall. So everybody, after that, everybody left. Say, yeah, madam, so how are you? I want to tell you something. I said, what is it? I'm laser. Very good. Yeah, very good. I said, what happened? He said, you know, no, he say, you don't believe him. He has been suffering for this arthritis. You know, arthritis to walk around not easy one. You know. He said, Adam, last weekend I don't want to. She said, I went. You know how big is our Mid Valley Mall? Mid Valley, you know, it's very big. They can walk the whole circle of what they call the Mid Valley and come back to the place. Which he had never done it before for many years because of this. But because of Iron Maiden, now the pain gone, she was able to walk. Serious, I'm not telling you. Wow. So it took 7 weeks. She took 7 weeks to what? So I said, okay, now you already know that 8 times can help you, right? Please don't do 8 times every day, you die. Now I said, I tell you what, I want you to go back to 4 to 5 times. Keep up the normal. The reason why I asked her to go increase, I remember a friend that cannot sleep, I want to give them a shock therapy. After they, very good, then go down to the normal therapy. Understand that? Yeah, sorry.
So your 4 times is how many hours interval? I assume your 4 times is nostril. So you have mentioned nostril and then
Yes,
target,
no.
right?
The 8 times means I asked her to do 4 times. They call it not forget what's our usual therapy. Normal hand and the nose. Hey, nose are very important one. Please remember, I tell you, it can help you to bring back, stimulate what? Melatonin and everything. No, neither no. Also for your brain not to go in.
So 4 times, that means it's what, 2 hourly interval?
I didn't give her the interval, but as long as she do it 8 times, I'm quite happy. I didn't.
Meaning 4 times the nose and 4 times the target.
Yes. At the place that she felt pain. Wait, let me say something. I want you all to know. What I just did, what happened was I actually introduced the shock therapy. You know what shock therapy? Something that I want to give them. Bam. But when it works, I cannot ask her to continue with that. No, it will be very, very aggressive for her. No? I need to pull back. Okay, you go back to 4 times again. Why? Because I know that 8 times every day is 8 times like that. I think you can probably one day you cannot sleep. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to tell you is that our body condition sometimes require certain adjustment to the. I told you the parameters. You must know how to adjust. But the most important thing for your minimum, you all know already, under our so-called normal distribution. So what's the default treatment? Who can tell me? 30 minutes. 3 bar, right? Default, right? You operate or automatic all day? When do you increase to 4 bar? When do you increase to 40%? 40 minutes? When you want to do more, correct? But the standard is how many? 30 bar. Because you already done the 10, they carry out 10. Normally, under normal circumstances, you will be able to experience the what they call it, the normal.
You mean 3 bars for target also?
No. I'm talking about normal treatment. So, okay, I don't know whether I understand. Let me what I'm trying to say is that under our normal normal treatment, 3 bars, what? 30 minutes. You already automatically can use it, remember? That is called the default, that means automatic one. But sometimes we want to increase. Like for my case, for her, I know her problem. I think that she can go 4 times, no problem. So I dare to ask her to do 6 times or 8 times, even 20 times, because I know she can take it. But once she got it, I don't want to ask her, please hold on and then go and continue 20 times. No, I cannot do that. Okay, so once you got the effect area, so my device work, right? Now, therefore, please go back to the normal one, 3 times, 4 times. Because you know that normal treatment over time, it will help. What she wanted was an express result. You know what I mean? So that's why I give her the express result. But I cannot continue giving her an express result like my friend. I told him, I said, you used tonight, you go and do 6 times. He couldn't sleep. The next morning. If you do 1 night, cannot sleep, okay. If my friend cannot, let's say every day cannot sleep, he will kill me and say, you know what? Correct? So these are the things that you must understand. Okay. Next one. Okay, now talking about acupuncture, I think we'll finish this. Okay, acupuncture, blah, blah, blah. You know, in the TCM, okay, before I begin, sometimes they mention 361 and 365. I don't you notice they ask. Have you been asked before whether our acupuncture point is 365 or 361? Huh? 361, huh?
Yeah.
365? God no.
But you also think 361.
So, the correct answer is, you must let them know, 361 is correct. The TCM will say 365, also correct. The TCM, we are talking about the China TCM, they recognize we have 365. But according to the WHO, when they gather all the experts of this, the TCM together, they have actually come to a compromise that the actual point in the is 361. So the WHO standard is 361. Okay, remember this, huh? Okay, now, so actually TCM has 12 meridian. They are all connected to it. Now, I want to very emphasize on one very important point called the Neiguan. Because this is the point, this is the device that actually has Neiguan. Where's the Neiguan? Can you tell me? Then the one single point here, right? The 4 lights plus the one. This Neiguan point, actually it was designed by me. I was the one who asked them to do it. You know that?
Thank you.
It was not me. It was actually incorporated by this Dr. Chan. Because there is a reason. Because according to her, she already know, and not only her, if you understand the TCM, this is a very powerful point called the Neiguan. Okay? Now, if you understand, there's a, okay, it says that here, generally speaking, generally speaking, doing acupuncture point on Neiguan P6, pericardium 6, can help with nausea and preventing vomiting. That's according to the WHO standard. But according to the TCM standard, in China, study has confirmed that stimulating Neiguan with appropriate technique is effective treatment of cardiovascular diseases, particularly the case where there is irregular heart rhythm and considerable blood flow. So the people ask, hey, China can be believed, man? Okay, I have here the report. Neiguan, or here, I'm going to show it to you. Here. So, no, don't worry, I need for your arm. This part here, you see, there's this guy called Zhang Ren. She did a study. You know what he did? He actually asked 137 patients. 100 every patient, and then every day, don't know 1 or 10 minutes, keep on using the 137. They do what they call a day one, and then these people, when they do it, they attach ECG. You heard of ECG? You know what's ECG? It's a machine, right? Electrocardiogram. It's a kind of when you measure the rhythm of heart, no? You measure, and you know what happened? After study, it's not very small. It was found that there was some immediate beneficial effect of acupuncture, so the symptom shows an increase in benefit gradually occurring. So you can read about this. So what it meant was, after some time, they found out, all these people, they show some improvement in the heart. What does it mean? From this statement, what does it mean? From this evidence, remember they said that because the China said, not only for nausea or vomiting, it's also for the heart, it can help the heart rhythm. So do we agree? Yeah, because this report here is already show you. You can go and find out one. It's all, and they don't just simply talk, no. Let's feel it. They can check out they don't individually how to measure. They use ECG, and then ECG is very popular by people to check your rhythm of heart to see whether you got blockage and everything. That is the one, and they found out yes. So in short, when you are wearing this every day for 1 or 2 hours, is it good for your heart? How you know? How you know? Sorry? I say no. The report say. Okay, next one. Then I want to talk to you about one very interesting thing. I want to ask you all, when you use the acupuncture point, when you trigger certain acupuncture point, what is the logic? It goes to, for example, I trigger the heart. This is the heart. It goes to my heart. What's the logic? How do you logic that? Especially when you go to those foot massage. Wow, they press you liver, lung. They ask for can make you sleep. Can you say what is for your eye? Wow, so accurate. This point. What is the logic? No, actually the logic is this in this statement. So now, acupuncture point, that means the meridian point, are believed to stimulate the central nervous system. Where's the central nervous system? The head, the brain and everything. This in turn release chemical into the muscle, spinal cord or brain. These biochemical changes may stimulate the body's natural healing ability and promote physical and emotional well-being. What does it mean? It means, for your information, just to tell you, when you trigger, for example, I trigger my foot, the liver. You know what liver? Liver is called what? Gan. So what happens? You trigger, there is a signal of, hey, my what do you call it? The liver point has been triggered. So the sensory go to where? Go to the liver? Not yet. Why it goes to where? Go to the central nervous system, correct? Then what happened to the central nervous system? Wow, somebody trigger my liver. What should I do? I faster. I organize all the good things, the oxygen, the ATP, everything to go to where? My liver, to repair and service. Can you see the point here? Can you see the logic here? Now, the same thing happened here when I trigger this next one. When it talk about heart, what does it mean? In the same explanation, when I trigger the next one, you will send message to where? The head again, and then what happens? This head says, hey, somebody is telling me to go and repair where? Heart. So what you do? You send all the good stuff, nutrient, oxygen, blah blah blah, to the heart. Now, if you do it every day for 1 or 2 days, for 1 or 2 hours, is it good or not? Good to your heart? No?
Yes.
Are you sure no?
Yes.
You might give me a fine. Yes, very good. So okay, it's very good. Now, then we think about the 361 point. Heart, the heart is connected to what? Heart actually, when it pumps the blood, it reaches where? Everywhere in the body, correct? Through the vein and what's the name? Vein and one is receiving, one is I can't remember.
Artery.
No, artery.
Veins.
Artery and vein, correct? Artery and vein. Artery means deliver out, right? Vein come in now. So this so-called network or connection of this actually part of it actually is the network of the chi flow. Now, if your heart is very healthy and your flow of your blood to the other part of it is healthy, do you think that it will open up 361 points in your body?
Yes.
So that's the logic. Understand now? So you can explain where I tell you, when you understand this, I tell you, people ask you questions, they say, hey, I think you don't understand. I can tell them this is the logic. And this is how why we keep on telling you, when you use our eye laser, you really help you in your heart. Okay? Alright? Okay. Yeah, remember this lady, you can always write to her and then you can check a lot of information about her. She's already retired, okay. Now, just in short, 600, this biochemical mechanism, it has a wound healing, it will actually relieve inflammation, edema. Edema is the swollen leg I can reduce, and then neurogen. Hey, don't worry, if you want also, I can send you this, what do you call it, in your WhatsApp to you. You have to pay me $10 for my FA free. Okay? Okay, these are all where page 119. If you can, after I send to you the book, go and read. You can check that 119. You can read that this book 119. Okay, but this one is black one. The one I sent to you, color. Don't play. Don't play. Very expensive. When we bought the original, it was $100 US. Now it's $300. So free for you. Okay, magnetic. I don't mention, but I think you heard about it. It actually helps to what? Now I want to ask you, and I want to I want to remind you all, when we were young, remember one of the scientific things that we do, remember? We get those saw, what do you call it, teak hun, not sawdust, the dust of the iron. We saw a lot of iron. Iron filing. And then we put a paper, we put the what? Magnet here, and then we put the what happened to the iron filing? Wow, very nice, like what do you call it? Like Changjiaji, wow, like Avatar, so beautiful, why? Because there is a specific lining of the magnetic field. In the same way, our body, when it goes to our body, it will actually organize our blood vessel, red blood into this kind of shape. Which is this one better or that better? Why? Because the surface area is very so-called. The surface area is more bigger. They can carry more things and bring more things. Okay. Now the last one, resonant energy. Resonant energy, last time we don't talk about it, now I want to talk into you because I think you all should know about it. Resonant energy we can prove through our device. How can we prove? Who can tell me? Cannot remember. All you need to do before you do a presentation or talk to your friends, you ask them to bring 2 glasses of water, or wine also can, 2 glasses, one with one same sauce, and then you put iron laser on top. But you don't put near, no, you must put far away, because the influence can be quite. So you put where you, okay, you only for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Even coffee also can, you know. It's like I just put on top of this, let it shine for about 5 minutes. I tell you, after the taste, before and after, the one without the one with treated water, it will taste different. Guarantee you. Only liquid, not solid. You don't go and take maybe ayam panggang. And they say, hey, how no taste ayam panggang? Only liquid, yes. Yes. Then, sorry brother, if your whiskey tastes nice, please give me a bottle. Okay, but I can assure you it will happen. Okay, now, okay, the resonance. Why it does that? Remember I told you already when we are talking about terahertz in my early presentation. I talked about terahertz. Can you remember what's the terahertz of our ray light? Who can remember? Terahertz. What's the terahertz of our ray light? 461. Remember? It's a very powerful influence on the water. What it does actually, it creates the vibration, reactivate the water through the vibration. What happened? It actually loosens the surface tension. Now, what do you mean by surface tension? I want to give you an example. Surface tension actually is like that. Okay, I want to give a simple example. Let's say this is a leaf. You know what's a leaf? Sometimes morning, the leaf got a lot of water vapor. Then suddenly it forms a water, right? Then over time bigger, then bigger, and then it reached in one stage. What happened? It will drop. Now what holds this from here to here? What holds them? Is the surface tension force. The force that holds them. Now, what makes them break away? The surface tension tahan anyway. So drop off. So in the same way, this water after treated with this resonant energy, remember what you call it? Energy cannot be destroyed or created. Remember what we transfer our resonant into the water starts to vibrate. What happens? There will be social distancing in here, so it becomes smoother. So when you drink it, you taste much better. You can feel, you can touch, or you can taste the difference. Okay. Now of course. Remember, resonance is a phenomenon that occurs when the matching vibration of another increases the amplitude of an object oscillation. What do you mean by that? I don't know an example. You know the swing. Let's say the swing is going up this way. Before when it comes down, when I push it, do you think the swing will go up higher? Higher because I'm pushing, I'm giving us additional force to push. Now that is resonant energy. Now what happens if the swing go up, before he reaches to come down, going up, and I push out, what happens? You stop there, right, and then bring down the, now that is against the resonant. So the resonant is actually you work towards that energy to give the additional energy. Another example is one of, when the singer, I don't know if you heard about this, singer, the high pitch, until the glass break. So these are the causes. Okay, for this resonance, now I told you before already, just to let you all know that terahertz is a frequency. See this? This is one cycle. This cycle this cycle in between one cycle, 1 minute, that is 1 hertz. So for the water is actually 1 trillion. Is equivalent to 1 times 10 to the power of 12. Any question about this? No, Okay. Then okay. Just to let you know, I'm not trying to badmouth anybody or whatever. Just to let you all know, must understand. I did the research. Terahertz technology uses electromagnetic waves that penetrate deep into the body reaching the bone marrow. Can our ion laser do that?
Yes.
They are more powerful. Okay. It is believed to improve blood circulation and strengthen our blood circulation. Can our ion laser do that?
Yes.
Why? Why can do that? Not just because of the nitric oxide. Remember, we actually produce bioactivity to produce the nitric oxide now. Okay, next one. Terahertz therapy device is a far infrared resonance. Remember I told you what far infrared can do? Can we do?
Yes.
But what we can do, maybe they can do. Understand? This is the point. Okay, now, then the next one. Terahertz healthy water is another product. Say device is a non-contact molecular resonant activated water device which can activate all edible liquid. Can we do that? Can our ion laser do that? Can. Okay. Water device that can activate all activate the water through the unique physical method of no action, no motion. So what I'm trying to say, whatever you do, these people selling actually is part of our device, just that we never promote it. Understand this? Okay. Now what to take away? Very nice to know. After eating so much already, someone give you a tapao bag. Tapao, what are the things that I want to tapao? I want you to tapao back. Remember these takeaways, so that when you go up, you go back and say, hey, what do you learn? I got tapao back, man, 7 items. I don't want you to go back. I don't know what I learned. So these are the 7 things. Number 1, and what we learned, our product is a premium life restoration. It's a premium product. Life restoration product, blue ocean market product. Remember this, please remember this. Second, the efficacy or effectiveness is how many?
80%.
Remember, it's 80%. Remember this, Why? Because ion laser is more than laser photomyomodulation. Is what? Acupuncture, resonance, plus also magnetic, right? More than that. Number 3, melatonin is produced. I want you to know this through this. After this lesson, you know actually melatonin also mitochondria is producing, and our ion laser can help to increase that. So melatonin is produced within the mitochondria in response to light. Number 4, remember this word, angiogenesis and microcirculation. What does it mean? It means that our ion laser can actually promote the growth of angiogenesis, microcapillary, so they can improve your microcirculation. Remember? Point number 5, red light laser therapy. Very simple. We are not infrared, far infrared, whatever it is. Just remember we are red light laser. The word must be there. Laser therapy. Last one, that's number 6. We are actually, our biomodulation, the efficacy or the effectiveness go right to what? Cellular and molecular level. Remember this, not surface already, no. Why? Because we have the laser technology. Okay. Last but not least, It is a healthy heart restoration device. That's why I told you about the NAC one. Just tell me lah. Do you disagree on that? If you every day you massage or you trigger the NAC one, will it benefit your heart? You sure now? Are you convinced? If you are not convinced, I want to go through the report to get there, tell you one by one how they do. It's already proven. So you can tell people, it's all here. If they don't believe it, you bring them in, we go and do a test, ECG test for them. Okay? Now I want to say this because I want you all to remember it. So for you to remember this, I actually make it very simple. Just remember the first M-A-R-C-H is a much. Penang people is energy to much. Just remember P-E-M-A-R-C-H. So that you can remember the terms here for you to remember. When I see you, this take away when you go back, I want you to remember. The tapao back one, they don't go back and then nothing and then throw away. Tapao might go back and eat. So what are the things? What are the tapao? P-E-M-A-R-C-H. What is P?
Penang.
What is P? Penang people, premium product. P, what is E? Effective efficacy, 80%. What is M? Melatonin also. What is A?
Angiogenesis.
Microcirculation. What is R?
Realizer.
Very important. What is C?
Cellular and molecular
What is H?
healthy heart restoration.
How see, I really take care of you guys. Someone tapao for you. Okay, so with this, I finish my presentation.